It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone is doing well out there. We got one more thing to get over today. Another video, another show. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's been a lot of speculation out there recently on what Foxy Brown has to say about Jay-Z. There's been a lot of people that are conspiring on the internet to try to say that Jay-Z is going to be next to go down in a similar fashion to Diddy. There's people that are saying that Jay-Z was too close for comfort. He's been around. He's seen too much for him not to be involved in the freak offs and whatever other nefarious issues that Diddy has been involved with over the years. I've been covering this ongoing as far as the Diddy trial, and every day people just say Jay-Z next, Jay-Z next. Now all we got to do is get Jay-Z. And I just been like, hey man, I don't know. I know that they were somewhat friends. I know that they've hung out. I know that they've been in public places a lot of times, right? Rock Nation brunch. You know what I'm saying? Very friendly in public. But do I know them to be behind the scenes doing the same things, or that Jay-Z is at the freak off parties or whatever's going down with Diddy? I personally cannot attest to that. And until information comes out that states that, I'm not coming on my platform to try to purport those rumors. All I can say is we shall see, right? But in the midst of all of that conversation, people are watching Foxy Brown very closely to see if she's going to lend any sort of evidence, if she's going to lend any opinion or lend her personal accounts online that would lend to Jay-Z being caught up in a Diddy type of situation. One of those people that's been watching closely has been a content creator by the name of Tisa Tales. I'm sure everyone watching this probably has heard of her or seen a video of hers because she's got a very big platform here on YouTube. And she basically came out and did a video talking about just that, where she spoke about Foxy Brown. She spoke about, the ongoing Tupac trial for Keefy D for the marking of Tupac. And unfortunately, Foxy Brown is somewhat caught up in that mix because she was dating Corrupt, I believe, at the time. And basically what they're trying to do is get Foxy Brown to come in and testify. I spoke on that a couple months ago, I believe. I really don't see Foxy Brown coming in and saying anything of value because she comes from the street. She comes from the hood. And you see, she's been laying low in the industry for a very long time. She hasn't been one to like really run her mouth. She speaks on her Instagram stories here and there, but she doesn't really pop out all that often, right? So do I think she's going to come in and be like the star witness that's going to blow this thing up and, basically save, or I wouldn't even say save, but be the hero to the Tupac trial? I don't really foresee that happening. But Tisa Tales covered it, and she basically said that she's the one person that basically knows where the bodies are buried, right? She knows the situation with Keefy D. I guess they're alleging that Keefy D had some connection with Dog Pound out in Vegas. Of course, she came into the game under Jay-Z. She also dealt with Diddy early on in the game, even when she had taken a little break, right? But then she came back to the game. She was supposed to put out an album in the mid 2000s. It was actually going to be executive produced by Diddy, but unfortunately, her and Diddy weren't able to see eye to eye about the creative direction of the project and get it all solidified. So she went to go to Jay-Z to work on a different album. But then when she was working on that, she lost her hearing, right? So she's been through the ringer with her music career. People have been reaching out to her via DMs and trying to get any information that they can from her. And she puts out like these little cryptic messages to people and stuff like that, that people come online and try to decode. So here's the video of Tisa Tales talking about it. And the reason we're talking about it is because Foxy Brown took umbrage to what Tisa had to say and basically responded directly once again through her Instagram story saying, "This is cap." All right. So here's what Tisa had to say originally. And then we're going to get into Foxy Brown's response.
Foxy Brown, who was a mentee to Jay-Z, Foxy Brown, in light that everything that's been on social media, has woken up after her slumber, sent a pointed message, and many people are asking, is Foxy Brown the only woman that can legitimately bring Jay-Z down? Y'all, let's get into this. If you guys don't know, there has been a lot of talk on social media over Jay-Z's involvement with his good friend Diddy. How much did he know? How much did he condone? How much did he see? What did he see? What does he feel about it? And a lot of people said some of it is just pure lies. Other people swear it actually happened. However, the one person that everybody can agree that knows all of Jay-Z's business from those days, the one person that has been involved in a lot of rumors concerning Jay-Z, Tupac, Diddy, and all that, the one person that everybody has been speaking on her name has broken her silence, Foxy Brown. And guess what, baby? People are saying that this could be game over for Jay-Z, or it could actually be the redemption. Y'all, let's get into this. Now, if you guys don't know, Foxy Brown finally posted something on her Instagram stories. Now, when I say finally, I don't know if I'm the only one that has been watching with bated breath to see what she actually said. But Foxy Brown actually posted this on her Instagram stories, okay? She posted a direct message from Marco Polo. He posted something, says, I don't believe in God no more. Then he said, that's why in the midst of it all, you're still alive to tell the story. There's no reason there's a reason you've been covered. Favored blood will stand the test of trials. She responded back, and this is a screenshot that she put on her stories, but she's screenshotting a direct message she had with Marco Polo. My story will shock you to the core. I don't play victim, but I had to step away for a minute for my sanity, or I would have been dead. Y'all, this is actually serious. This is some real news. This is somebody I want to hear about. We can verify Foxy was there. We can verify how close Foxy was to Jay-Z. We can verify everything. But not only that, she was in the beginning of Rockefeller. She was in the beginning around Diddy. She was in the beginning of all that stuff. And she was in the middle of when Tupac got murked.
All right, now as y'all can see, Foxy Brown did have an interaction with somebody in the DMs where she said that her story will shock everybody to their core. And it seems that a lot of people are trying to make the assumption that if she comes out and tells her story, that it's going to somehow cast a bad light on Jay-Z, right? For many years, people have speculated that her and Jay-Z might have dated when she came out on his record, Ain't No Nigga, right? Because she was 16 at the time when she featured on that song. And she definitely was rapping about some very adult topics. And if you want to have a conversation about children having very adult type lyrics at that time, we can definitely have those conversations as well, because she wasn't the only rap artist that was underage talking very adult. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, what we don't know is the extent of their relationship, right? Now, even in Jay-Z's beef with Nas, when he put out Ether, Nas did allege that he said Foxy got you hot because you kept your face in her puss, right? So a lot of people took that line and ran with it because it was already people that were wondering about that for many years. And then Nas threw that out there as a jab. But again, we do not have a full confirmation that Jay-Z was in fact dealing with Foxy Brown on a romantic level as a minor. And if he was, that is completely disgusting. We can never co-sign that, but we do not have evidence to support that, right? So with her coming out and saying, my story will shock everybody to the core, da 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 da, people start running with the narrative that that's probably what she's talking about. Not to mention, furthermore, if she was there on the night of Tupac's killing, right, and she was actually in the car with Corrupting Daz, and Keefy D came off and, you know, fresh off of coming off that mission, he came and had an interaction with them, that could actually lead a little bit more into, you know, talking about how she would have been dead, right? Had she not handled the situation correctly, possibly, but I'm not even going to put my hand on that right? Because clearly Foxy Brown is tired of people speculating and using her name, you know what I'm saying, for theories that have not been authenticated by her, right? Because she is the arbiter of her own story and she has not come out and told anything. So it's not our place to come out and speculate, especially if she's not giving anybody any information, whether that be left, right, up, or down, right? So let's get into Foxy Brown's response to all of the hoopla that's been going on online. And again, she personally calls out Tisa Tales in one of her responses. So this is one of the first ones here. Somebody says, Jay-Z's spot about to be blown up soon. Once Foxy's NDA is over in 2025, baby, she's singing. I feel like Roc Nation is almost done. That's why Nicki is so comfortable talking like this, to where Foxy Brown comes out and says, in icon business, miss me with the fake news. NDA ain't a motherfucker alive could stop my story. NDA on my shit gonna run 100 mil. So she directly speaks to this theory that in 2025, an NDA will be lifted in order for her to speak directly about Jay-Z freely, candidly, and put him behind bars, right? She says, nah, miss me with the fake news. Ain't a motherfucker that could put an NDA on me. If I wanted to tell what's going on, I would do so myself. Ain't nobody that could put no fucking gag order on me, baby. I am the Il Nana, right? So that's the first response, and that has nothing to do with Tisa, right? There's some clearly that's gotta be a Nicki Minaj fan for throwing Nicki's name in there. So we'll clear that out. But in the next response, she goes directly at Tisa. Okay? So here, Foxy Brown, she pulls up the video of Tisa. Foxy Brown Breaks Her Silence, which is interesting title because, the name of one of Foxy Brown's albums is Broken Silence. She says, game over for Jay-Z and Diddy linked to Tupac case. So clearly somebody sent this to her. And she says, dog, y'all gotta stop. So she says, stop playing with my name, dying for a comment. Can't spin me with the sucker shit. To take Hove down, better ask about the cloth I'm cut from. Right? So Foxy Brown comes out and clearly states in pure King English, there's no way in hell that she's going to say anything about Jay-Z. She's been saying this for weeks. People have been riding in her stories, trying to say anything and everything they can to try to get her to speak on Jay-Z directly. And every time she comes out and says, that's my guy, right? That's home team. She says, I love J and B. She's been saying this stuff. I've been covering it. So this ain't the first time that she's spoken. So clearly there is no breaking of silence. But unfortunately for Tisa, she got a little overzealous with the commentary. And Foxy Brown is now coming out having to quell some of the talk because people are running with this stuff and running with these narratives. And she's got a very big platform. Now, I will say that Tisa did not definitively say that Foxy Brown has information that would wreck Jay-Z. She said it could either hurt him, whatever she knows could possibly hurt him or possibly vindicate him, right? But again, when we're talking about stuff that is serious, like the allegations on Diddy, in terms of SA, in terms of physical abuse, in terms of perhaps drugging people and all of those sorts of things, that's not something she seems to be willing to speak on. And she's letting it be known it's literally all love. It's not even no hate there. Like, she ain't spoke down on his name, nothing. She's actually saying, please stop playing with me. Right? Now, outside of Tisa, there's a couple of other people that she responded to. And she basically gave the same treatment. Right? So this person comes and says, I don't know if you can comprehend because that's not what it gave. In other words, she said you and them are in icon business with fake news, right? So this is somebody who's actually paying attention to what Foxy Brown is literally saying and confirming that she does not want y'all in her motherfucking business. And if she had an issue with somebody, she would clearly have no problem stating it. She says, I love me a sharp mother effer. Right? And I've got one more from Foxy. So this person here, Stephon Williams, says, Foxy, when you speak, it's over. Stay protected. Foxy Brown jumps out and says, y'all want me to be anti-Hove so bad. Fuck out of here. Post that. So for anybody that thinks she's finna flip the switch on Jay-Z, it doesn't seem likely. Now, I can't say what she's gonna do at the 25th hour. I don't know if she's actually gonna, speak candidly on the Tupac trial. I'm sure she doesn't want to have any involvement with that either. Seems like she really wants to be unbothered in this situation in terms of like, let her live her life, let her do her thing. But every day there's been a whole nother thing circulating about Foxy Brown against her will, right? So at this time of documentation, we don't have anything that suggests she would change her tune, right? But further, getting off of Miss Foxy Brown, when it comes to the advancements in the Tupac case, it seems that Tupac's estate has hired Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, to further investigate Diddy for his involvement in this murder trial, right? Now, this is where things get interesting because there's been people out there that are speculating that Jay-Z has some sort of direct connection to why this is happening, why the Tupac estate decided to hire his lawyer, right? And the reason they're saying that is because Jay-Z has had a hand in Alex Spiro working on cases for Megan Thee Stallion, working on cases for, I believe, 21 Savage when he needed to get out of detainment, when they deported him so he could get back to America. Alex Spiro has definitely been very involved in let's just say Rock Nation business, but not only Rock Nation, but also Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So they say here on Rolling Stone, the family of Tupac Shakur has hired powerhouse lawyer Alex Spiro to investigate any potential links between Sean Combs and the murder of Shakur. Rolling Stone has confirmed. The news follows reports that the late Los Angeles rapper's family have hired a team of investigators to ascertain if the Bad Boy Entertainment founder had any involvement in his death. A rep for Combs did not immediately reply to a request for comment, but Combs has vehemently denied any involvement in the past. During the height of the East Coast-West Coast hip-hop feud, a 25-year-old Shakur was gunned down in a drive-by in Los Angeles in September of 1996. His murder has gone unsolved, but a break in the cold case came in September 2023 when Compton C gang member Dwayne Keefe D was arrested and charged with Shakur's assassination. That's the word that should be more vocally used. Keefe D, who heads to trial in March of 2025, has made claims that Combs offered him $1 million for the hit. In September, Combs was arrested and charged with racketeering, trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution, nearly a year after ex-girlfriend Cassandra Cassie Ventura filed a bombshell SA lawsuit against him. Again, Alex Spiro is one of the leading attorneys in Hollywood, representing the likes of Megan Thee Stallion, Jay-Z, Elon Musk, and more. His most recent high-profile case ended in victory with the New Mexico judge dismissed for involuntary manslaughter charges against Alec Baldwin. Spiro is also currently representing New York City Mayor Eric Adams, who's facing corruption and bribery charges. Now, for those people out there that believe that Jay-Z is the one commissioning Alex Spiro to do this investigation on Diddy on behalf of Tupac, I will just say, understand that Alex Spiro runs his own practice, right? Now, it's very possible that Jay-Z could have a hand in it, but we do not know that. We don't know if he said, hey, go do that. We know that Alex Spiro is very successful. He has a very good track record as far as taking on these high-profile clients and getting them in or out of the situations that they need, right? In Megan's situation, she needed to get out of her record deal with 1501 and 300 Entertainment. He was successful in doing that. He was successful in landing a restraining order to where they couldn't block her whereabouts from trying to do collaborations, release an album, do touring dates. He was the man to call. He was Better Call Saul, basically. Oddly enough, Alec Baldwin, we know the situation with him. He ended up shooting a real round on set and somebody died. He got off scot-free. Alex Spiro. So it's very interesting. Alex Spiro is currently representing Jay-Z in the Dame Dash situation, right? With the Rockefeller sale. Latest news on that is, Dame Dash said that the city of New York was petitioning that Jay-Z did not have the right to indicate that his reasonable doubt masters were going to be coming to him in 7 years because of the 35-year copyright law. City of New York said that was cap. The judge on that case says, I don't think that's cap. I think he's well within his rights of copyright law. So the judge is basically saying that automatic renewal of Jay-Z's copyright for Rockefeller that they're claiming that he didn't have a right to, he might actually have a right to it, right? And that's with Alex Spiro representing him in that dispute. So I don't know what type of wizardry this guy is into or what he got going on, but he has the power to make shit happen. And when I get enough money, Alex Spiro might be getting a call from me if I have any kind of copyright issues, or because I don't foresee any bullshit. But good to know, brother. Good to mother effing know. Now again, he's been hired by the Tupac estate to see what Diddy's involvement was in the Tupac assassination. Again, Keefe D at one point did say that Diddy offered him $1 million. He said that he carried out this hit with these other men. And then when everything fell apart or everything happened and transpired, he never received his end of the deal. And for many years, he's been trying to understand why Diddy didn't pay him out. Now that Keefe D is back behind bars and back on trial, he's kind of retracting some of his statements. He's trying to say that he didn't say these things and that he had no involvement. So it's very interesting to see how that thing is going to play out in a separate case, right? This has nothing to do with Diddy's SA trafficking and all of those things, racketeering, right? Keefe D doesn't have necessarily anything to do with Jay-Z, right? Although some people would love to find out that Jay-Z had a hand in that situation, but he wasn't even top dog. He wasn't even, he wasn't important enough to really be a part of that at the time. At the time when Tupac died, 96, Jay-Z was just putting out his debut album and it did not sell well initially. So for people that have revisionist history in their brains, you would literally need to see what was going on in 1996 and how hip hop was going. He wasn't the richest man in the game. He was not the biggest star in the game. He was literally dropping his debut album and he was not all that popular. He was actually an artist that no label was interested in at the time. So just keep all of those things in proper perspective. Again, I'm not on anybody's side. I am just going with the information that I know, and the information that is currently unknown. We'll have to keep an eye on it. And if something comes out that changes my perspective, I am open to changing my perspective. Because like I told y'all in my Cardi B video the other day, although I may like some of these people, I listen to their music, you know what I'm saying? I've grooved and had life moments to what they released. I can't put shit past nobody because I don't know these niggas. I'm not related to them. I ain't never broke no bread with them. I ain't never had no sleepovers when we was 5, 6, 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? These mostly motherfuckers that we talk about are older than me any goddamn way. So, hey, everything is a clean slate outside of emotional attachment to the music and the moments, all right? Let me know what y'all think of all of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, Become an Insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, king of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.